Hello my fellow degenerates, CookBoss88 here, and a few days ago I asked you guys what are the most annoying things you've heard a non-furry person said to you. And today I am going to be reading your answers. Let's go dive right in. Y'all use one of those erotic leather dog masks? Okay, I know of one mersuiter who does this. You probably know him too. Goes by the name of Duke Doberman. Other than that, no. Most furries that I know of don't use leather dog masks. There are a few select that do that, but from what I see, they're just consenting people with a kink and they do it behind closed doors, so it's pretty much relatively harmless. I say it like, you know, I know some things about this, but in my opinion, it's harmless. They do it behind closed doors, they are consenting adults. No one's getting harmed here, so yeah, they're just people with kinks. But rest assured, not all furries in the furry fandom use erotic leather dog masks. So let's just get that out of the way. I still come across people that use the one CSI episode as a Nodal guide to furries. Ugh. The very first time I've heard about this, I thought it can't be that bad, so like an idiot, I searched it up on YouTube and I was wrong. Boy oh boy, I was wrong. The costumes were freaking terrible and it gave furries a very bad reputation. Don't believe everything you see on television, folks. Nearly everyone who learns I'm a furry who knows about fandom seems to think we're all mersuitors and ask, so do you mean you have adult fun times in suit? My response is usually an aggravated sigh followed by an explanation of what the fandom is. The thing is, if they claim to know about the fandom and they think that all furries are mersuitors, then they don't know jack squat about the fandom. Like, at all. Zen Firebird says, I barely heard anything as a furry. I have seen people trying to defend cuties though. Yeah, I haven't seen cuties, and I don't think I need to. I've seen Mudahar and Moist Critical cover that film, and from what they said, I wouldn't want to watch that movie either, and let's just leave it at that. Nikki Ish Bored says, well, based on my experiences at school, one question really triggers me. When being a furry, do you really need to be gay or be part of the LGBTQ community in order to be a furry? And is being a furry a fetish or something? That too really is a pain to hear. Yeah, that gets annoying. I feel for you, dude. I feel for you. Being a furry and being part of the LGBTQ has no correlations at all. There are a lot of furries who are part of the LGBTQ because the furry fandom is very inclusive and accepting. You don't need to be gay to be a furry or vice versa. To whoever thought that to this person, they need to have a bit more schooling in terms of what is LGBTQ and what is furry. Nightsky says, why you spend so much money on that fictional character? Oh wow, you have to spend money on a hobby that you love doing? Oh my god, that's crazy. Why you do that? That's so dumb. I don't know why I just made that noise. But all joking aside, as much as we like to reprimand people who spend money on things that we deem to be useless, it is their money. They earned that money and they have the right to do whatever the hell they want with it. Let people have their fun, especially if they're spending that money on something that really, really makes them happy. Who are we to get in the way of something that makes them happy, that makes their world just a little bit more fun, a little bit more happier? We have no right to do that. Nobody has a right to do that. Lumi says, depends on the environment and the person, but in public, with somebody who's more introverted, would probably be, oh, so you do that thing where you dress up in animal costumes? I mean, that's not technically wrong. If you break it down to the most basic level, furries are really just people who dress up as animals. It's like that argument with metal, where people claim metal isn't music, it's just noise. Freaking any kind of music genre is noise if you break it down enough. Same with people who do cosplays. They are just people who like to dress up as their favorite anime characters. It's a vice versa thing. Furries are, in fact, at a very fundamental level of it, they dress up as animals that they think are cute, or animals that they relate to or identify as some of the times. So yeah, it's not completely wrong, but you know, it's like there's something missing in that statement. Yes, at the very bottom of it, they are just people in costumes, but you're kind of removing the fun out of it. Like you're just dressing up as an animal. No, there's actually more than that. But yeah, if you break it down enough, yeah, that person is kind of like right. But there's still just something a bit missing. The animal costumes are just the first layer. There's tons and tons of layers when it comes to being a furry, okay? Jason Lee says, just try to be normal around the other friends. What constitutes as normal, to be honest? People strive for normal, but normal is boring. Why you would want to strive for boring, I wouldn't know. Also, if your so-called friends aren't letting you be who you are, then they are not your friends. Friends are supposed to be the people who you can be comfortable with. If they can't or won't make you feel like yourself when you're around them, then you need to find better friends. Friends that you can be yourself, be comfortable with. If they can't provide that, then they don't respect you as an individual, okay? King Cheetah of Reddit, or Asino Onyx Jubaturex, I really hope I pronounced your name correctly. He says, for me, the most irritating thing is when people attempt to use known stories of harmful people in the furry fandom to discredit all furries as a whole. They are bad actors in every group. Also, humans are multifaceted beings who belong to multiple subcultures. And if them being a furry isn't directly relevant to the incident being discussed, I don't see why it should be brought up as evidence. Yeah, I agree with all of this. Thank you. And the thing is, it only takes like a few bad apples to spoil the entire basket. One incident of a zoophile harassing their dog, or some pedo decided to crash a furry convention, and everything is ruined. I like to reiterate that zoophiles and pedos are not welcome in the furry fandom, or any other kind of fandom for that matter. We do not need you. Please go to an institute, get a doctor, get some help. Icy Fox says, why are you wearing that rug on your body? Aren't you dying in there? This one I can somewhat relate to, except for the rug part. Fursuits aren't made from rugs, just so we're clear. As someone who lives in a tropical country and doesn't own a fursuit, I have to ask my fellow Pinoy furries who owns a full body fursuit, how are you able to not burn alive in your suits? Just how? I can't even wear a jacket in December without drenching it in sweat. Andrew Miguel Catindig says, KYS Furry. Oh no. Oh, Andrew, if you are one of the unfortunate furries to receive this kind of message, I'm so sorry. Have you ever been so consumed with your hatred that you would tell a random person on the internet to just off themselves? Fortunately, I haven't encountered any kind of attention like this, and to any furry who has received these kinds of messages, Andrew might be one of those people. I have something to say for you guys. Don't listen to them, okay? They live in a dark place in their minds and believe that if they can make another person's life feel crappy, their own miserable lives can be worth living, okay? They strive to make other people's life more crappier to make themselves feel better about themselves. So please, if you receive any kind of messages like these, do not believe them, do not listen to them. You are greater, you are the best kind of person that you are, okay? And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Follow me on Twitter, chat with me on Discord, and support me on Ko-fi. My Ko-fi link is in the description below. Also, don't forget to join the official Discord server for my channel. This has been your fellow degenerate CookBoss88, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Have a great day. See ya!